Good Sunday morning, everyone. This is Cindy at Cindy's Junk Journals, and we're going to take a look at this journal here. I'm trying to do for the next couple months, a no-buy in my journals. So this journal here was actually made out of this. I got DigiKits in this from Edith. It's Scrapbooking with Me. Edith, I hope you're doing well. I really miss you. She had to have an operation, and I don't know what kind. I haven't heard anything else about her from her daughters, but Edith, I wish you well. But this is what I got some DigiKits in from her at around Christmas time when she was having a sale. And that's what I made this journal out of. I scored the cardboard envelope and made the book back, and then I took some it's packing paper from Amazon that they put in the box. It looks like a paper bag, and I crumbled it up into a ball, and I flattened it out, and I used one of my ink, oxidized distressed ink. And while it was laying here, I rubbed my ink pad all over it, which made the crinkles in this paper pop. And then I rubbed a little bit of blue on it too. And then I added the corner pieces, front and back. So this book here was actually formed and made and covered by me. So we're going to take a peek inside. Everything in here, I've got pages marked where I need to add more stuff to. But everything in here was homemade or made by me. So I added a little bit of the embroidered lace. This is not true lace, it's embroidered. And I added it on just the beginning of each junk journal. And of course I added the burlap and lace on the front and back, and right down here where I put the signatures in, I also added it. So let's take a peek inside. This first page, this was made from an envelope, a whole envelope, and I folded it out straight. I covered it in coffee dye, and then I just used ink, one of my inks, I think it was the walnut stain, just on the flap here, and it actually matched the coffee dyed. And then with the scrap piece of the coffee dyed, I made a little pocket here on the front, right here, and I put some embroidered lace, and I added a little tag in here. And then I just added some stickers and some other things to the front of it. And then I topped right here where the card goes in, and I made a homemade card. I topped it with washi tape just to make it look a little different, and you would know where the opening is. And even my DigiCard is made out of last year's calendars. And so what I decided to do is use the calendar part and the numbers, and I just added a few scraps to it, and then covered the back and made a writing card out of this one. And that's one way to use up your old calendars in your junk journals. If you didn't like the picture on the side, you flip it and use the numbers. Moving on to the next. This is just a little card here. It's a 4x4, and I folded it. I've inked it, but I haven't stamped it. But just a little writing space. And then you can just fold it up and close it and clip it right into your journal, like so, with a hidden paper clip. And then on this side, this is the hidden side of the paper clip, and you could tuck something up into that as well. And then on this page, I took 2 scraps, triangles, and I put one at the top of this page and one at the bottom of this page. And then I added some writing cards into it. And these are the pages. And this book, like I said, was formed out of the cardboard envelope. And everything in it I made. And this is a multi-pocket. You got a pocket here, a pocket here, and then there's a pocket here, and then a pocket here. And these are just made out of scraps. Oh, yes, and I forgot. There's a secret little pocket down here at the bottom that I put a little digicard in that you can write on. And I enjoy doing this. I enjoy doing junk journals, not themed journals. I did, the last two I did out of the double envelopes that I ordered off of Amazon. I did themed. I bought 2 DigiKits off of Edith, 3 actually, and I used 2 of them to make the last 2 journals I did. But this one I decided I'm going back to the roots of doing just junk journals. So this one from the book to the pages I cut down. Some of these were 12 by 12. Some of them are my coffee dyed. I made this one completely out of junk. This here's another piece of scrap. It was, well, actually, it was a 12 by 12 sheet. And I made a fold out. And you fold it out like this, and you have a pocket here. And then you fold it here, and you have a pocket here. And then you have writing space here. And then when you flip to the next page, you have a pocket here. Let's see. I have a scrap piece. Here we go. You have a pocket, a little pocket here. And then you could actually tuck something on the side of this, just like that. So you have a pocket there. And that's all the ones. I still have things to add. I have in the first. And this one has 4 signatures in it. This here is homemade. I took let's see if I can get my book to cooperate here. I took an old, I took a newspaper. And this, I added this little card in here because it goes with the paper. It was the first day of hikes up at Our Great Way to Spend a New Year. And then this was the headline. And it's the first day of hikes, log more than 10,000 miles. And then I got a lovely lady there. But this was made out of a newspaper. And I glued it to the back of a cardstock, a plain cardstock. And then I added this plastic film that these stickers come on. These stickers come on a sheet of this stuff. And they peel right off. So I saved these and made a pocket. And then I lined the pocket up here with pretty flowers. And we put her in there as a pocket. And then this tells you what the story on the headline of this newspaper was the 10K hikes. So, and I put that in there. And I enjoy creating these things, the pockets and the things that go in these journals. So here is a curved pocket that I made, and it's shiny blue. And then I made this whimsical bird, and I did a video on how to make these whimsical birds. And I made a digicard out of it that slides right in there, and it matches pretty well. And that is all that's in there. This marks the page where I need to put something else. So we'll go next to the next signature. This would be the 3rd, I believe. Yes, the 3rd signature. And this is pocket I made out of scraps. And you've got a place here. I've got stuffed full. And then you've got a place here for a pocket. And then the 3rd pocket is right here. So you have 1, 2, 3 spaces to tuck your stuff. And I have it filled. Some things I may not have filled yet in here. And then this one is pretty cool. I made this. This has a top pocket here that I put stuff in. And then you have a side pocket here. This is the top. Then you have a side pocket here. You have one. I don't think you can see. Okay. One here, 2, 3, 4. And then I added a crocheted flower to it. So this one holds one big, and then you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. And I need to tack this little corner back down. So I'll have to remember to do that. And then this is the same as the one I showed you just a little bit ago, but made out of a different cardstock, and it flips open. And you have a pocket here. Oops, can you see? There's a pocket right here. I don't have nothing in these yet. And then it flips open this way. And you have a pocket here, and then writing space on this page. And then you fold it up. And then on the next page, it wraps around, and you have a pocket right here. And then the side pocket right here. My hand is in the way. And then you have a pocket right at the top. So you have a pocket here, right there, and then a pocket there. And that is all on that one. So in the last signature, there's a little surprise in this one that I made, but I just love this shiny paper. Now these were 12 by 12 sheets of paper, and I cut them down to fit this book. And I made them the beginning of each signature. And of course, the beginning of each signature has a different crocheted lace on it. And here's another pocket, and this one has 1, 2, just 2. And I've added the homemade. These all were made. These cards were all made out of the scraps that I have left. So this is truly a junk journal from the journal itself being made out of a cardboard envelope to everything in here I have made out of either scraps or just made it. And there's just a triangle pocket, and then I added here, and I have these cards that are homemade to write on, 2 of them, and I've tucked them in the pockets. Now the next one, I made a door with writing space in it, and this I believe will be the last one in this signature, and then I've got marked where I have to add some more homemade stuff. But this is the door I made. And this was made out of the front of a box that had this opening on it. And I cut it out, and I thought, no, I could use that for something. And I decided to make a door. And it has a little magnet closure here. And here's a little magnet. And inside is writing. I put a little beautiful lady. And the door just snaps shut. The hinges I made. How I made the hinge is I took a piece of scrap paper. I don't know if I could open the door big enough for you to see. I took a piece of scrap paper and I glued it to the page and then folded it and glued it to the door, which made the hinge. And like I said, it closes, as you can hear it, with the snap. It opens like that and then closes. So that is this book, which is all handmade. From the lady I put on here, I found this and copied it with my copier. And then I had this here. All this stuff I've already purchased a month or so ago. So I will not be buying any more stuff. I'll be using my own stuff that I have here. And a couple other things that I just made out of scraps. This is a coffee dyed newspaper. And I took the envelope and covered the whole envelope in the coffee dyed newspaper. And then I cut the top off, which made a pocket. For in a journal. And then this one has a little window. I'm going to try to make a card that fits down in here and has something pretty that shows through this window. And I have to ink it yet. But there is a pocket made out of it. Just a envelope I probably got mail in. I could save just about anything. And I covered it in coffee dyed. And this cute little, these two dogs are hugging each other. And it says, just like cats and dogs. So it's a cat and a dog. And it says, for date night, let's let fate decide where we eat. We'll put my coupons in a hat. We'll put my coupons in a hat. And then we'll draw. So he's suggesting to the cat, the dog is, we'll use my coupons and pick where we go to eat. So I guess she has no choice. They're going to draw one of his coupons and that's where they're going. So that was funny. And then the bank envelopes. This bank envelope, just get your money in. I keep throwing them away. So the other day, I told my husband, I said, you know what? I'm going to try and make, like I do the tall envelopes, and make somewhere a card. I mean, an envelope holder or a, writing card holder. So there is that. And I have a card already in it, a writing card. I got to round the edges and all off yet. But that is your money card you get at the bank. And I've turned it into a place to tuck writing cards. And then I've done this before. This might be too big for in this journal. I haven't measured yet. Oh no, it will fit. So these I've made before. This one I've already had sewed together. It's one big envelope. And then I sewed smaller envelope in the inside, right down the middle. Now I'm going to cover them, and I've cut the top. So you have a place on either side here to put your writing cards. And then the little one has space for writing cards. So I have to cover this, like this. I'm going to cover in scraps. And then this side, this, and this one, and this one. You can take two envelopes, sew them together, and then cover them. And once they're covered, they will fit in. You can run a piece of glue right down the center here, or right down the center of your envelopes here, and you can glue it right in here. And then when you open, you've got this decorated, and you can store your stuff in. Or you could just clip it. If you don't want to glue it in, and you want to be able to take it out, you can clip it in your journal. Clip it in the journal with a paper clip. So that, oh, and here I forgot this. I put the little whimsical bird with the tree behind it on one of the pages. I thought it was cute. So I hope you all have a wonderful Sunday. I'm going to go to church and then come home and craft some more. Come up with some more ideas for in the books. Like I have these that a friend saves me off of the Kleenex boxes. And I am going to make, I'm going to peel this film off on the inside. I'm going to put my own plastic, either the ones off of my stickers if I have one, or if not, I'm going to put vellum in here, which is a milky see-through paper. So you can have a see-through pocket, and then I'll glue this in a book, and you'll be able to slip something down in here and be able to see it. And I have another one right here that I'm going to do the same to today. I don't know if these will go. This one might go in the journal. Or this one. I'm not sure yet. This is not a themed journal, so not everything. It's not a matchy-matchy journal. It is just homemade. So have a lovely Sunday. Stay warm. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.